We made it to Boise, Idaho.
Yep, first stop in southern Idaho for us.
Yeah, we're staying at the Riverside RV Park, which is a pretty typical private RV park. It's nice.
Nothing fancy, but it's nice.
Yeah, we got it for $35 a night for a water and electric site with our 10% Good Sam discount. They do have full hookup sites here, but every chance we have to save money we take.
Yep.
There are, at least according to reviews, nicer campgrounds in this area, but the reason we actually chose this campground is because the big thing to do in Boise is the Greenbelt Trail.
Which is what you see right behind us here. So we are backed right up to it.
Yeah, so that's why we chose this campground, because it's right on the Greenbelt Trail, which is a trail that goes right through the middle of Boise. So it's walking, biking, all that good stuff. So we're excited to get out and explore that today.
Yep.
Down the Greenbelt Trail, which is amazing. And there's this, I'm not sure what you call it. Is it a whitewater?
They call it a whitewater park, but they look like they're surfing or skirping or whatever you call it.
Body surfing, but we don't
Some
know
kind
what
of
it's
surfing.
called, but it's really cool.
Looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, every time we come to a place that has something like this, I'd say, I can't imagine living in a place that has this right in the backyard to do. I mean, the whitewater park, but also the bike trail too. It goes right through the middle of downtown, which is where we're headed next.
Right. Pretty cool for sure.
It is. We've gotten off the Greenbelt Trail and are on the hunt for the Old Penn State Penitentiary, which they've turned into a historic site.
It's the Old Idaho State Penitentiary.
There you go. Yeah, so just trying to find our way in an unfamiliar city, but I think we're getting close. Well, that was an adventure. It's a good thing we had mountain bikes. Google Maps took us on an off-road trail, and then the road to get into this...
it's under construction,
right.
So we had to detour from that.
But we finally made it.
These 4 cells were Idaho Penitentiary's death row. They were to be reserved for men who had death sentences. Now, over the century of its existence, 1817 to 1973, there were 27 men who had death sentences. Of those, 2/3 of them had their sentences reduced to life in prison, or they were actually commuted.
So as you can probably tell from behind us, this prison, there's a stark contrast because this prison is actually really beautiful. It's really well landscaped. There's lush green grass, beautiful rose bushes everywhere. But of course that contrasts with
the ugliness that was inside.
Right, exactly. They actually carried out 10 death row sentences here, all by hanging. And part of the tour we did actually brought us in the room, the execution room of that last hanging. Pretty heavy, pretty deep stuff for sure. But a really interesting step, I think, and definitely worthwhile for $6 a person.
Absolutely, and we rode the bike trail here.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to drive here, you can get a hop on your bike and pretty easy pedal from town.
Right. So what's your guess on how many miles we just did?
24.
Oh, that is an enthusiastic guess. I was going with 20. We will have to Google map it and figure that out. Your story. You're crazy. Why are you so crazy? Alright, so according to Google Maps, we did a total of 24 miles today. How did you know that? You totally guessed it. 24, and actually, it's probably closer to 25 because we went pretty far past the old penitentiary and had to like backtrack back to it. So I'm going with 25 miles today. That is amazing. So how do you feel after 25 miles?
I'm pretty tired, and my butt hurts.
We call that monkey butt.
Yeah, we call that monkey butt in the mountain bike world.
And it's because monkeys get those red butts where there's no hair. And that's right in the spot where the saddle hits and rubs you raw.
They're not built for comfort, that's for sure.
TJ actually was talking about putting a big, like, padded grandpa seat on his bike and putting a basket on the front of my bike.
Going all in.
Yeah.
Ginger ale.
What you got on the grill?
Thanks.
Alright, well, dinner tonight is going to be like a Philly cheese steak stuffed bell pepper. So we've had a steak marinating in the fridge that I'm gonna slice up, and I've got over here some sauteed onions, jalapenos, and a little bit of garlic. And I'm gonna mix it all together and throw it inside a halved bell pepper with some gooey, yummy melted cheese, and that's gonna be dinner tonight. So pretty excited about it. Pretty hungry after that bike ride. TJ,
Yes.
are we allowed to go to bed at 7?
I'm okay with it if you are.
We're pretty beat.
We're pretty lame is what we are.
Listen, 25 miles on a bike, dinner, and perhaps a couple of bourbons later.
I think that makes it okay.
I agree. Good night, guys. Good morning. Well, we're starting this day off with chores. Another plus of this campground is that for $5 they'll let you wash your rig right on your site, which is pretty handy. We didn't get to do it this year while we were in Seattle because after we picked the trailer up, we were just so busy moving everything back in the trailer and putting the house back together from where the two of us and our 3 animals had made a mess, that we just didn't have time to wash the trailer. So that's what we're gonna get to this morning. We've started using this spray-on wax. It's made by Griots. When we dry the trailer, we spray it on first and then dry the trailer, and it helps keep water spots off and gives it a more regular, quick wax. We still try to do the Waldenizer at least once or twice a year, but this is just for in-between applications when we wash it. Alright, the trailer is clean. That is always a big job, but it feels so good to get it done. It's nice to have it nice and clean and shiny again. So today's going to be a day of errands, just like living in a regular house. Laundry and groceries still have to get done. So I'm headed to the laundromat now, and we're going to hit the grocery store in a bit. Okay, all the chores are done and we are headed out to do one last fun thing in Boise before we leave tomorrow.
All right, we've come to Camel's Back Park and we're gonna hike up the hill here and see if we can catch a nice sunset.
Yeah, it's a pretty steep hill, but thankfully it's pretty short too. Okay, that is no joke steep. So we're maybe a third of the way up and it just switched from like loose gravel to stairs. Whew. Well, we made it to the top. That was a challenging little...
It was very short, but extremely steep.
Yes, but well worth it. It's gorgeous up here. The panorama views you get. I don't feel like we climbed that much in elevation, but you get some really amazing views from the top of this hill, including downtown Boise. So
yeah, great shot of downtown and surrounding area.
Yeah, it's definitely a worthwhile stop and not something that you have to allot a lot of time for. out of Boise today.
Yep, moving on today.
So when we first got to Boise, I was a little meh about it. And then we got on the Greenbelt and I instantly fell in love. It is a really cool town and I'm really glad that we got a chance to explore it by bike. And then going to that park last night, the Camel's back, yeah. We got to see a whole nother area with a cute town. There's so many parks in this town. It's really incredible. The Greenbelt is beautiful, the Boise River, and there's so many people outside.
The Greenbelt is busy all day long, every day. It doesn't matter if it's a weekday or weekend, it's just busy all the time.
And it's also a college town, which I love college towns. There's a young energy here. It's a really cool town and I'm glad that we spent a couple of days here.
Yeah.
But we are moving on, continuing our trek east. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please be sure to give us a thumbs up.
And if you want to keep following along, make sure you subscribe.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See you guys.